Hello and welcome to Taking Watch, the No Fame podcast after show. That's right. We are getting down and dirty. It's the first thing that came to my mind. Nobody approves. Nobody approves. I am your dungeon master, Justin Crane, and I am joined by just some of the cast, some of my lovely friends, as always. They're all here, and as soon as I do that, it's a cut, and all your faces show up.
Wow.
Whoa, amazing! It's like magic. Editing is magic. Guys, that was our first episode. That was it.
Weird.
Woo! We're done.
Is it? Shut it down.
Yeah. We're completely done. Everyone go home. We did it.
It was a major success. We're all we can no longer use the no fame.
Yeah, I already deleted it. I actually sold the rights already. They're gone. Absolutely gone. Don't buy our rights. I don't know if that's a thing. Don't buy them. I don't know how to buy my rights. What? I'm going off of the intellectual property Creative Commons license, guys. I'm cutting all of this, by the way, just so you guys know.
What? Oh,
that was a perfect segment.
Guys, that was episode 1. Welcome to Null Shore. Super fun. What a fun little introduction to all the characters. We're kind of met with the environment, which is like this quaint little area, small population town on the coast with farmers and fishermen and fisherwomen and fisher people. Just should have said fisher people from the start, but I didn't.
All kinds of fisher people and frogmen.
I just go with what I'm saying, and then I have to correct myself afterwards. What do you? I guess what my first thought is like, what's everyone going into this setting? What's everyone's like thought process? Like what's the thought process of like, cool, it's like a quaint area, because we've all played D&D together before for the listeners at home, but Patrick and Tom here were in our fantasy D&D setting, which is traditional D&D, a lot of bullshit, a lot of me scrambling to come up with anything to help my situation with what they decide to do. And Sinéad was in, and Patrick were in a one-shot we did, which was like a modern, set in downtown Toronto in Canada. Toronto, which was a super fun little session. I was doing like a crab thing here for a second. I don't know if you guys could see it, but this is what I was doing out of frame. Like, why am I a little crab right now? I feel like I'm out of frame, but I know like just beyond the edge is what I can actually edit with. It was set in Toronto, and it is the same universe as our current setting, which is Null Shore. Magic is kind of, people aren't aware of magic. The regular people, I should say, your average person is not aware of magic, and
all the normies just don't know.
Sorry, bringing us back.
Welcome.
God, we need to hire Brian. That's what we need to do. Guys, how did you guys feel about the setting, I guess, in general?
I thought it was terrible. Absolute garbage.
Good start.
I thought it was really fun that we got to jump around and see different parts of it immediately, along with meeting people individually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like it would have been weird to like have you guys meet in a tavern. You know what I mean?
You meet in the Bethel house.
Yeah. Please stop
Tom,
trying
how
to get
about-
me to sit down. I'm at work.
Like, can you please fuck off? I'm so busy. Yeah, Tom, you are playing the only character that isn't a human. How?
I like the feel of Null Shore. I feel like it's moist, which is perfect for me. I need that
Moist.
sort of
Moist
moistness.
shore.
The view count is
Yeah.
falling as we speak.
I've already got our episode title, you guys.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
There is no view count.
Taking
The
watch.
view count
episode
is
1.
below 0.
Moist shore.
Moist.
Oh my god. Yeah. It certainly it's a nice way to do things, to kind of give everyone their moment, I guess, to kind of feel it out, and then everyone else kind of knows how to interact. Because I guess like a lot of D&D games, it's like you're in a tavern and this fucking orc bursts in and just kills a baby. What do? You know, and it's like, oh god, a baby.
It's like, well, that baby must have been evil. This guy is really pissed off. I think we should help him out.
Yeah, could have been.
That's what it would be like in our home game. The
yeah, 100%. You're like, well, that was an evil baby. So you know what?
The baby was Orion.
Oh no, Orion baby.
Oh.
We were gonna play a one shot at one point where everyone was evil, and my big bad at the end of that one shot was gonna be a good baby. I was like, all right, you guys are fucking evil. All right, you gotta kill a baby. What a laugh. I don't know if
so
you
like
guys...
just like a regular baby, like just straight up just a normal baby.
No, it was a holy baby.
Yeah, it would have to be like ultra cute.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
AC
Radiance.
1, HP 1,
Yeah.
resistances to everything.
Charisma
No.
20.
No known languages.
Charisma 20.
0 languages.
Strength 0, dexterity 0.
Inventory, baby bottle, you know, the whole thing. I feel
Inventory,
like
dirty diaper.
the crib would add AC. No?
Yeah, okay. The AC of the crib is like 100.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Fucking mecha baby over here.
It's Master Blaster, and the Master is the baby, and Blaster is the crib.
Oh,
It would be a good reveal if the final boss was a mecha suit, but then you had to tear it open and kill the tiny
Inside is the
baby.
Oh, that's twisted. Yeah. Yeah, it's really fucked up.
That's perfect. Tune in for next episode where we kill a baby.
Live.
Things to say on the internet.
I feel like this one shot has to happen at some point now.
All of this is staying in that final video. I'm just gonna put that out there. Oh man. Yeah, guys. Did you guys have any? I mean, I have a ton of little questions I want to ask, but did you guys have any questions like off the top, like kind of as characters being introduced, or like little tidbits? Like we met Anne and Joy, her sister-in-law, at the Bethel house. You guys were met by the two fisher folk and Noel, this older gentleman that was just passing through town. Then we had Xander, who was in a cave, kind of like secret agent situation going down. He's got all kinds of like towers and shit. in his little
Xander
area.
is a caveman.
Yeah,
Confirmed.
yeah.
European
There is no
caveman.
lie.
European
yeah, European caveman. That's Ooga Booga. Yeah, and then we had Glowman was after that in the back of the truck with Lawrence. Her favorite.
Lawrence.
I can already tell Lawrence is going to be a fan favorite.
How could he not be?
Right in the chat, I'll instantly.
I mean,
it was like,
immediately, Lawrence is sus.
right away in chat. This guy is suspicious. And then we had Ed meeting up with his old coworker James Miller in Ed's little work, his little not side business, his little business in general. And then rounding it off with we had Ben and the Gloomwood Rangers, and Dale didn't show up for work that day, you guys. Who knows? Who knows where Dale is? You know, maybe a future episode will reveal where Dale is.
And everyone can
Will we ever know where Dale is?
have the joy.
Who knows? Truly, who knows?
Actually, that's where Dale is actually an actual concern where we are in the game.
Oh yeah. Oh
Spoilers.
Dale.
Spoilers for episodes that haven't existed yet.
Or have they existed?
But yeah, jumping in, and Sinead was very obviously, as is her character, kind of very obviously does not want to be doing the customer service side of things. More so wants to be doing like, I'm gonna cook. Fuck off.
Anne is bad with people. That's why she went to kitchens, because you can be very rude to people in kitchens and it's generally not blinked at, and that's where she's best because she's not great at the filtering, so she mostly just tries not to deal with anyone. The best way to
I feel
deal
like anybody
with this is
who's
just away.
I feel like anybody who's worked in a kitchen has met someone like Anne.
You're for sure you're going to come across that personality. When I'm at work, I'm like, please, everyone, leave me alone. Please, for the love of God.
She's just very bad with people.
We're instantly like, fuck Ed, fuck this person.
She's not like the worst.
No,
Everyone should hate Anne. Anne is hands down the worst person in the
Hate your
world.
clerics. It's a good call.
Yeah.
Listen, Anne does some epic. Anne has some epic moments, I should say, coming up, but we won't say any more on that. Because we obviously record in advance. Because
What? I thought this was live.
yep, it is.
Look, I'm reading the Twitch chat right now, and someone is saying, "What? Isn't this live right now?" I'm just as confused as you, Twitch user _2.
Jay Baker 80 whatever. Shout out to Jesse, my homeboy. I love Jesse. I was trying hard on purpose to get Anne talking, you know what I mean? Like, obviously it's a D&D game.
Yeah, I can't be like, I hate everybody, I'm not gonna play. That would be a bad call.
Fuck all you guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna go to bed. That's it. That's the end. That's all I'm doing. I tried on purpose to try to stir the pot a little bit, and introduce some just some fun narrative elements. I did a thing that I didn't realize was a thing until it was made obvious with Abria doing the critical role thing, where she describes things that only the audience see, and I didn't fucking realize I was doing that at the time because I was giving you guys like
It was like a cinema
happening.
intro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
outside of the exactly. That's where my mind was. I was like, if this is the fucking show, people are gonna see what happens leading up to
I
the dialogue.
thought those two fishermen might have been saying something important, but even when I listened again tonight, I didn't get it. They were referencing some nebulous thing.
Who knows? Who
It
truly
means
knows?
something.
Yeah.
Look, you wouldn't dance like that if it didn't mean something.
Or is it a double bluff? You know, yeah. I'm just gonna do that dance for everything. now it's meaningless. It's a meaningless meaningless dance. But yeah, in the back of my mind, I was like, I want to build up every scene and like have each character feel like it's a different environment. So it's like, yeah, obviously all the locals come and see Anne, and the next
and
scene
she
is
like is from there, so she should have known everyone except for that fucking horrible role. Or she's like, yeah, born and raised here, worked at the inn for years, got no fucking clue who that is. Get out of here.
No, don't even worry about it. That's legit me in real life. People are like, oh, hey, do you know this guy who lives literally right next door to you? I'm like, no, I've never heard tell of him, actually.
Yeah.
I think
Are you sure he used to babysit you? No, I have no idea who you're talking about. There's a picture of you with him right here from last week. Don't know that guy.
I'm almost certain you guys have a D&D podcast together.
Justin Crane? No, I've never heard tell of him.
He's on the calendar every year for birthdays, but I don't fucking know who he is. Fun fact, we're all on the calendar every year for birthdays.
A more fun fact, that's the same calendar that's been hanging there since the Torskov Come Home year. Which is, I think, the only Torskov calendar ever made.
Probably.
It's just up on the wall in the store. It's no longer a store.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed the interactions. Nope.
Interactions?
No, he was trying to make a pun. It didn't go well.
It was so bad. Interactions. Yeah, no.
Interactions.
Terrible. Yeah, no, I had fun, and I had fun watching it back because sometimes, I think I told you guys, I had like a brief overview of each introduction, and then after that, it was like I have to fucking wing it, and I can tell every time I'm like, I'm winging it.
Pretty nice to be able to be like, what did I say though? Because when you're not recording a game, it's like, what did I say though?
Legit.
Yes. This has been a lifesaver. I know our campaign so well because I edited the episodes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Double Blacks, like our home game, I just like every week I'm like, oh my god, so many fucking random goddamn things happened. Like, what? How the fuck do I keep track of anything? And after every session, I'd have to like write down like the big points and then make a recap and stuff like that.
Well, that's how I realized that, like, when you asked me, or when I asked if I knew about the shipwreck that happened, and you were like, "Yeah, that was Anne and
Brendan.
Anne's husband, Brendan." that was Anne and Brendan. I was like, "Wait." Oh my god! It was when I watched it back after you like sent us a clip or something, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's Anne, the cleric." When we were playing, I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure, Anne and Brendan, right? Of course."
But you didn't miss a beat though, because yeah, I guess like with your intro, you were like, yeah, they're at the Bethel house. You like called them out. And then instantly forgot everything.
Oh yeah.
To be fair, for those who don't know, which is everyone except me and Patrick, I'm doing a very on purpose thing where I'm just throwing your fucking backstories in your face, and that was a heavy backstory element straight at Patrick right away with the
Yeah.
the first introduction. I'm like, backstory. I wouldn't say any more about it, but that was like, I wanted to make it interesting for you guys, you know, whether or not it's interesting for people to watch. At least you guys right away are like, oh god, my backstory is happening instantly.
Yeah.
What do I do?
That's good though, because it's, you know, gives you something to go off of, because
Yeah.
when you first create the character and you, like, you know, create your backstory, there's not really too much more besides that. Besides, like, oh, how would this person act in this situation? And you throw in a bit of the backstory into it, and you're like, okay, I can kind of go off of this a little bit.
And if you wait a really long time to introduce the backstory, there's a decent chance that the characters become something else entirely, because that's how shit goes.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like in our home game with my monk Mufasa, he's literally lost all memory of his entire backstory, and I was just like, you know what, fuck it, yeah, he's lost all memory of it. Not concerned with this at all anymore.
You know what the best part about that whole situation with you guys losing your memory is that it was a chair. Grian. No, I'm pronouncing that incorrectly.
Grania.
Grania.
Hello.
Wait. With our home game, it's like you. Oh god, this is such fucking shinfo. With our home game, you guys were like, yeah, here's a chair in the middle of this fucking basement of this big bad evil guy, and who sat? Tom, you sat there first, I think, and you instantly. You didn't know it, but you lost your memory of your family and your home and stuff like that.
I did.
And then I made it clear that you guys heard an unlocking noise. Then two other people sat in that chair. It's like, yeah, you guys hear an unlocking noise, okay, but I'm gonna sit in this chair now.
One of my favorite things to do in D&D is just be like, okay, well, my character's just going to go and fuck with the thing that obviously shouldn't be fucked with.
We're playing. We have another campaign that we're playing Strahd right now, and I'm playing a real fucking dumb warlock. And that was
Beefbo.
Yeah, she's a beefy bimbo. That was where we were at yesterday. We got to a place where it was like, what should we do? And I was like, we should blast. Yeah.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just can't get rid of a bomb. Throwing the backstory right into the mix was fun for me, because I have all the ideas and it's fun to like see how it plays out. I know what this NPC is going to do, but it's fun to like see how you guys are going to react. And I love that Ed was just like, hey, James, don't fucking drive around in a BMW, you fuck. Fuck you.
Ostentatious.
That's a rental?
Yeah. All of that was me off the top. Yeah, rental. Yep, I rented this BMW.
I'm gonna trade it in. You're gonna trade in a rental? Just bring it back.
It's so obvious when I'm making shit up, because I'm like, oh, yes, I'm gonna do that thing. Trade in rental. Who said? Jesse said. What was it, Lawrence? I forget already. In chat, it was in chat.
You said in the game, Gloman, you realize that Lawrence isn't British.
Yeah.
I said Lawrence isn't British canon, and Jesse was like I want that on a shirt. Lawrence is not British.
Ed, Patrick, it was I wanted to lay on like that kind of something is wrong vibe. and I know in the game it's hard to underscore that at the time because we're all bullshitting. But after the fact, I went in our episode and like underlay put in that like kind of haunting, creepy, like the music is like, oh, this music means everything is not okay. But you guys are just having like this casual conversation. I wanted to, I guess after the fact, add in that kind of like this conversation might have had some implications or some ideas that it wasn't a normal conversation. It wasn't on the up and up. How did you feel about that conversation that went down?
I kind of got what you were laying down there a little bit, because you were talking about this shipwreck and with that happened off the coast, and I was like, okay, well, like, this is my backstory. he left this backstory behind for a reason. This is a backstory for a reason. So it's coming up in relation to and the backstory is asking about this shipwreck. Kind of felt like something's connected here. Something's going on.
He felt a little sketchy for sure.
Yeah. Les James.
Hey.
James is sketchy.
We are not sponsored by Domino's. Just gotta put that out there. Yes. Hey, sponsor us. Hey, give us that sponsor. I gotta blur all of that. I gotta put a beep every time we say Domino's.
Just replace it with pizza.
Then it's pizza. I just ordered Domino's pizza. It turns into I just ordered pizza.
No, it turns into I ordered pizza. It's gonna be weird and unsettling.
Pizza.
Like ASMR, like I ordered pizza.
No, thank you. No, would not subscribe.
My windsock.
Click.
Too thick.
Pizza.
I have another mic that's good for that, but
pizza.
It's already so many episode titles we could use. No, that was I had fun with that because I knew I was like, oh, this is some gritty goddamn backstory, and like this guy obviously knows a lot about Ed, and no one else knows the information about Ed. So it's interesting to me because I guess I don't know how it is for the rest of the party, Sinead and Tom, but like watching something like that where you're like, this obviously there's some weight here, but obviously we don't know anything about it. So I don't know, from a player perspective, seeing like,
it made Ed way more interesting.
Yeah.
Like, what's your sordid past? Why are you hiding out in the woods?
Just trying to stay out of the river.
But why?
So the river don't stop running.
Yeah.
Is this like that vague warning about the deer? Wait, is that? Oh, that didn't happen yet.
Ed is a river. That's
Yeah.
Polymorph. 9th level polymorph. You're a river.
Ed is like 80% water.
You're not wrong.
And it's
You're
moving.
very correct.
Yes. It's true.
It is unfortunate that we don't have all of our members, but that's okay because that's life. What we do have is our boy Gloman. What I almost didn't know what to do because everyone else was like, I'm playing a human, and I'm like, guys, you could maybe you could do something different, just let me know. And then you're like, I'm gonna be a frog person.
To give you some insight on how that happened, I asked my wife and I said, "Look, this is a list of stuff. Pick one, and I will do it." And she was like, "Why don't you play this a frog person?" I was like, "All right."
It was so fucking good. Originally, you were a blood hunter class, which is a class in D&D for sure. Personally speaking, I don't like the blood hunter class. I play a blood hunter. I don't like them. But also knowing you, Tom, I was like, man, I think you would have way more fun as a bard, just based on our home game where you play a wizard who chooses to do anything except be a wizard. who will jump into a pit of ghouls and punch them in the face. And just, a very wizardly thing. There was an entire battle. You just turned yourself invisible and stood there and watched.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta put yourself first. And,
yeah, 100%. I mean, they were assassins and you were protecting your life. It made sense. No, it's
exactly.
fun. It's super fun that I was like, oh, maybe you'll have fun being a bard. And you were like, and then you just kind of ran with the idea and you're like, oh, I can be like a break dancer.
So ridiculous. I think maybe my favorite line in that episode is I could dance for you to the owner of the inn.
His response is just like, what?
What the fuck did you just say? Because that's what a normal person would do. And be like, I'm sorry. What?
I am glad though that, like, most people when they play a bard, they're like, oh, I have an instrument and that is where my music or my power comes from. But you're like, nope, I'm a fucking break dancer.
You bet I am. I'm the world's best, and I'm gonna help Dale go viral on TikTok.
Spoiler alert,
Sky's
Dale.
the limit. And then we're gonna start our own app called Dale Talk, and then that's gonna go off.
Dale Talk. Oh God! Don't give me ideas. Don't give me fuel for the fire that is Dale.
We know that Dale will never get killed off as an NPC because he's too powerful.
I don't want to say anything, guys, about further episodes. Something happens with Dale. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'll say. No, super fun intro with Glowman in the back of a truck driving into Null Shore. I wanted to have a bit more fun with Glowman. Not that anything wasn't fun, but a bit more like ridiculousness. Like, you're just in the back of a truck and you're fucking driving into a town. You don't know anybody in this town, and then there's like a moment where you're like, oh yeah, we should go downtown because I'll end up in the wrong campaign. I fucking died. So good.
Yeah, that's all right. And unfortunately, even though I don't know anyone, the best person that I needed was right there with me, Lawrence.
What was it about Lawrence that made Glowman so immediately attracted to him?
You know, there's this obscure movie called The Beach Bum with Matthew McConaughey, and that is what I'm imagining for Lawrence.
I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
No,
but I'm looking it up right now.
All right.
Exactly,
oh, no,
but like he's like a beach bum, sort of like, very chilled, always in flip flops,
Oh my God, the fucking image of the movie could not be more Glowman.
Okay, now I need to look it up too.
Hold on, no, I'll screen share. Wait 1 second. How do I do this? Screen, this one, share.
Oh my God. Oh. Wow. That's
Is that Snoop Dogg?
Oh no! I clicked something. Oh god, I'm opening tabs. There we go.
Wow.
Is that Snoop Dogg?
Yeah.
I think that is Snoop Dogg.
It almost looks like a Disney
Who else is in this movie?
Well, let's go to the IMDb. This is our episode, you guys. I'll put this big image. 2019. It's
Yeah, I know.
That's
right?
way too recent to have a poster like that.
Matthew McConaughey, Snoop
As
Dogg.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg as lingerie. Okay.
Oh, she was in Hot Rod. Yeah,
She's been in a bunch of stuff. Zac Efron.
Zac Efron.
Jonah Hill.
Jimmy Buffett. Jimmy Buffett as Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, my
Jonah
fuck.
Hill.
Wow, this is a
What
fucking.
is this movie?
This is a wild cast. Oh, Ricardo Battagliana, of course,
Ah, yes, Jose the pool boy.
as groom.
Oh.
Good.
And thus ends my screen share.
You're all enlightened.
I can't believe how fitting that fucking image is for Coleman.
And Lawrence, or like an image of Lawrence, is in the glorious position in that. So Glowman's whole aesthetic built around Lawrence is a pretty stark image to be presented with.
They're just best friends. You know? Now they're best friends. That's it.
It's the start of a beautiful friendship that's going to blossom into a sort of Sherlock Holmes and Watson vibe.
I love it. I love it. You guys are gonna have your own apartment. You know, it's great. It's gonna be great.
I just have to make note of the fact that all of Tom's characters always end up with an NPC buddy that he is overly protective of.
Well,
It has happened in every case so far.
in our home game, he did turn invisible and let Orion get assassined. So, but
He's making
I
up
did.
for that now.
but
He's
you
making
brought
up
him.
for that by becoming the fucking bad guy.
Yeah, you did bring him back to life. So that's something. That's something.
I did. Oh,
And if you want to know how he brought him back to life, check out our Patreon where that episode is available. That's right. Oh wait,
Great
you already
segue.
know because you're on our Patreon. Quadruple guns, thank you. Go listen to our home game. It just so much bullshit.
Did we just record audio of our home game?
No, it's video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They see this. We
My memory doesn't go back that far.
It's okay. It's okay. If I didn't have video proof, that would be it. We should play again. When we're not busy doing this or
Life things.
Yeah, life or our other show that we have 11 episodes of.
That got out of hand.
Yeah, super fun though.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
fun. I'm a big fan of Lost Frontier space bullshit in space.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, Tom, you got to join us sometime. You got to join us. I know how you feel. You're like,
Okay.
You're like, no,
You know what?
two campaigns is a lot.
You should give me like one character that's gonna be there for one episode and one episode only,
Okay.
and you just let me know what you want me to do, but I'll do it with my twist.
Okay, we'll do that. Your twist is going to be you stick around for the rest of the
The Last Frontier brought to you by M. Night Shyamalan.
That's the twist. He was a ghost. He was a hologram all along. Who knew?
His character is Bruce Willis.
Yeah, what do you guys think about we've derailed so hard. Fuck.
Okay, well, just to derail a little bit further, let's just go ahead and make Tom's character right now. Tom, your Lost Frontier character. First of all, what's their name?
That's
Well-
the starting point.
Well,
We've got
I
Toman
mean-
and Gloman.
I mean, you know the theme I'm going with, so
Jesus
Oh, okay.
Christ.
You brought
No.
up the character
We
creator.
can't do a 2-hour-long Savage World build.
I'm joking. I'm joking. We're back to Beach Bum. That was a bit for us.
Oh,
that was a bit
man.
just for you guys.
That game system is fun, but those character builds, ooh,
It's a lot.
yeah.
It's a lot.
It reminded me of making my first 4th edition character, which was like learning calculus.
Yeah. Wait, fuck. What was
At least in calculus, you can go to your math textbook and see what the fucking definition for something is.
That's true. Yes. Yeah,
Please
if,
see your English book, page 87.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I lost all concept of how to talk and organize this episode that we're talking about.
Yeah.
I have no run sheet. It's all just off the top of my head as we go. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I guess getting around back to it kind of near the end of our little episode. This show eventually will be something that we hopefully, if we get a little bit of a fan base going, maybe people can ask their own questions. That'd be fun. Have people submit things, or if you guys likewise have questions about other characters, obviously it'd be a fun little thing for us to discuss. But it'd be fun to also have people ask what they think, or little tidbits of information that I'm sure will be like, we didn't think much about it, we were probably drunk. But yeah, I guess getting around to it, the other characters, Xander and Ben, at the end of this episode, you guys are just kind of being corralled to go to the town hall meeting, or not even, or you're just going to check out a hotel.
Town hall.
Yeah, I guess nearing the end of this episode, what's the mindset of you, of the characters? Like, what's going through your head where you're about to, unbeknownst to all of you, get into some shenanigans?
Oh, Anne is just like, what is this bullshit I've got to go deal with? Like, why do I have to go speak to all these people for like a whole evening when like I'm not even the fucking owner of the inn? It's like, I'm not a person about town. You don't need me here. Fine, like I'll sit through it. She's doing a chore because she knows that it's like a solid that her sister-in-law needs, and she's just like, fuck this bullshit.
So wait, Anne doesn't own the Bethel house? I thought Anne was.
Or like
Bethel
she's like the one that's back from everything.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not supposed to be the face of this.
Yeah, you guys are. Maybe I'm wrong, but you guys in my mind are co-owners.
Yeah. No, that is right. What I meant to say there was like, she's not.
You don't want to be out front.
No, that was the deal that was struck. Like, Joy would be the face of everything, and Anne would help and support and like cook and do menial labor and like yard work and literally anything that we would need done that wasn't interacting with people.
Yeah. No, that tracks. I like that aspect though, because it's like being thrown into, which is a horrible time in general, being thrown into a situation you don't want to be in, and then you're like, well, I'm here. Great.
Yeah.
Which I think definitely plays out later. I think that definitely plays a heavy hand of like, great, why am I here?
Yeah.
Has Anne ever thought of therapy? To help,
I think probably she has not thought of it at all.
I feel like Anne needs a cleric. Anne needs a cleric.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Anne found God. It just it might not be the most calming God that she could have found.
And found electric God.
Yeah. Yeah.
100 120 volts. I'm not gonna say that. It's gross. I was gonna say 120 volts of Jesus, but I'm like, that's a horrifying. I gotta cut all of that. Jesus Christ. There we go. No, super fun. I like weighing in to see where you guys were at. Like Ed obviously has a busy day. We kind of brush over Ed's busy day. I guess it's kind of like business as usual, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Like even that phone call, Ed is just like, it's just another thing. Ed's kind of involved with a lot of community shit, so it's run of the mill for him. Yeah, that makes sense. What was the? I meant to ask. What's the date that we started on? I
think I said August 3rd, and I think I said that was.
That here. I brought my notes.
Did I say it was?
Yeah, August 3rd morning, overcast, rain threatens.
Rain.
The notes are so good, you guys. The notes are so fucking good. If you're on our Patreon, you'll know. I fucking died at the notes so many times. So good.
Yeah. I make a lot of
my backstory has a few specific dates in it, and I was like, oh crap, I have to pay attention to these now because it's actually close.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
these things I did are having consequences.
Yes, yeah, that's D&D. I wrote this nice story, and now I have to pay for it. Yeah.
What year is it?
It's 2020, I think I said.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Alternate non-plague universe.
Yeah, we did talk about the plague. We decided let's not think about it.
That's not fun.
No, let's escape to a fictional universe where that doesn't exist.
And we have magic.
Magic. Some of you have magic.
All the cool kids.
Some of you can just shoot a gun more times.
I don't know who that might be.
Some of you just might turn into a fucking deer. Who is it? Find out on future episodes.
The deer are dangerous. The Gloomwood deers.
Yeah, no, it's a fact. It's a well established fact. Tom, how is Gloman kind of feeling at the end of this episode? Because you just got a truck ride into the city with this borderline stranger. You met another stranger who owns an inn, who just kind of seemed like a off the cuff kind of gruff, kind of go with the wind individual. Kane Roberts, who was just like, do you need a place to stay? I have a place you could stay.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, as odd as that situation was, that's not an odd situation for Gloman. He's been in that situation a few times over the past months. But it's a new place. He's raring to explore, raring to get to know the town, get to know the people. It's exciting times.
High fives all around.
High fives all around. Come in. Yeah. That's our throw forward.
So many high fives.
Total.
This is a real quality episode about episode 1.
Yeah. I mean, listen, what can anyone expect, truly? There are no expectations, so we can go wild. That's the best part about what we're doing. No one knows what to expect. Yeah, no, I didn't expect Lawrence. In my mind, Lawrence was going to drop you off and leave. That's not what happened.
I think, if you haven't found out by now that you can't do that anymore, with me.
How could he let a man like Lawrence get away?
I know.
I would not let him get away.
I fucked up. I should have made him shitty. I should
No,
have
you did. That was the best part.
It wouldn't have mattered.
Ouch. Ouch. Daggers into my heart. Lawrence is cool. Hey, kids. Don't go to school. Christ. Guys, I think does anyone else have anything about this first episode, I guess, that we want to kind of dive into?
It was nice.
No. I think
No, apparently not.
No. I think that was good. I think we
I think we'll definitely have more discussion
Yeah,
as the
like it was
episodes
a
go
really
forward.
good episode. I think just because it got those intros in a nice solid form, so that when people come
Yeah.
together, even like for ourselves, we're not just like, wait, who the fuck is this character?
Yeah, 100%.
But it's
100%.
hard to really talk about much because nobody interacted and like
Yeah, and that's
that's
I was kind of thinking
like
that
you're great, Justin, but we just need to like hit each other. I
get
guess,
it.
and bounce off.
I
'cause
know,
that's like,
I know.
Yeah,
It's D&D.
yeah.
The whole point of the game is you interact, but
The chaos that comes from it.
yeah, and that's Christ, so much chaos is going to happen already. But yeah, I maybe that's I don't know, maybe a fault of what I was going for, but I was hoping to like give a little introduction to everyone, and then at least next episode everyone comes together
Yeah.
and you guys argue. I'm not going to spoil anything. You guys argue about something for most of the episode.
Yeah, we do. D&D.
And that's the episode. It's super fucking hilarious though, for sure.
I think it's a great first episode though. It's like it's
Yeah.
almost like an episode 0.
No, I really like
Yes.
it
type of
because
deal. Like
Yes.
I feel like I would get more attached to things if I have a little bit of a slower intro where everyone's separate. Whereas if everyone's thrown together, like, wait, who is what? What's going on?
yeah, it's kind of hard to distinguish between
Yeah.
exactly who's who and everything.
Yeah, for sure. No, it was in my mind. I mean, I always have a load of fun because I don't know what's going to happen. I have my own notes and I instantly throw out most of those notes as we play. I'm like, nope. Here we go. delete.
Well, I was telling one of my buddies about our home game a couple of days ago, and I told him, like, yeah, it started off as a one shot, and we were all on a ship, and somehow now one of our team members is burning down the city, and the rest of us are trying to not burn down the city. And also, there's an ancient gold dragon or a brass dragon or something, and yeah, it all started on a ship.
yeah.
I thought at first we were going to be pirates, and nope.
You too can catch that recap on our Patreon because you're already a member because you're listening right now.
And aren't you just the best for being a Patreon?
And we
patron?
love you, Dan. Thanks, Dan.
This is all for you, Dan.
It is all for Dan. Currently, all for Dan. We love you. No, truly, jokes aside, if you're watching this and you do support us on Patreon, oh my God,
It's all for you.
we love you. Yeah, we truly love you. Guys, thank you. This is Taking Watch. This is our first watch for the night. Who's taking the second watch, guys?
Fuck that.
Anybody?
Go to bed.
Nobody's taking it.
No.
Fuck that. We're all going to sleep. We're going to get jumped by goblins. And we're all going to get murdered. Thank you all for watching. We love you very, very much. And as we always say with our show, good packages come in
Small
packages.
Packages.
We still have
No, we're so bad.
Christ, should I do an intro? I don't even know how to. I haven't thought about the show at all, you guys.
That should be your intro.
That's the intro.
Done.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fucking done. No, I should do something. I'm without a doubt, I'm gonna fucking put that segment in.